Good afternoon. I am Tracy Spence with your newscast. This newscast is brought to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join Believin. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, a key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. And Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 8:30 a.m. on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. Now for the news in details. The United States government has welcomed the victory of Prime Minister Andrew Holness in Jamaica on the Thursday, saying that the two countries share a commitment to free and fair elections. Holness led his Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, to a resounding 49-14 victory over the main opposition People's National Party, PNP, whose leader Dr. Peter Phillips stepped down as party leader on Friday. U.S. Secretary of State Michael Pompeo said the Donald Trump administration looked forward to continuing work with Prime Minister Holness on bilateral, regional, and global initiatives as they deepen and strengthen their important relationship. In January, Pompeo created controversy when he met in Jamaica with a select group of Caribbean leaders. Barbados Prime Minister and then chair of the 15-member regional integration group in Caribbean Community CARICOM expressed deep concern about Pompeo's meeting. Pompeo, while in Jamaica, participated in a round-table meeting with the foreign ministers of the Bahamas, Belize, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Lucia. Jamaica's Ministry of Health and Wellness is cautioning the public to avoid unnecessary visits to hospitals to avoid overcrowding due to COVID-19. In a press release, the ministry noted that the country currently has a 22% occupancy for the intensive care units, ICU, high dependency units, HDU beds across the island. The ministry added that there is a 45.7% or 69 of 311 occupancy of COVID-19 designated beds across the island, with the majority of these beds being occupied in the Southeast region. That is 67% occupancy for the Southeast Regional Health Authority, SERHA, including the University Hospital of the West Indies. The ministry said hospitals are at this time challenged by increasing numbers of healthcare workers who are in quarantine or isolation. Meanwhile, Jamaica's Chief of State Protocol, Chancery and Protocol Division in the Office of the Prime Minister, Ambassador Sandra Grant Griffiths, said that for the period from the proroguing of the Houses of Parliament via proclamation by the Governor-General through the general election and until the new government's installation, the incumbent Prime Minister and his or her cabinet will remain intact and in charge of the country's administration. Ambassador Grant Griffiths further advised that upon the appointment or reappointment of a Prime Minister, all cabinet or ministerial posts shall become vacant, thereby making way for new appointments. She pointed out that the arrangements are articulated under Section 71(4)(a) of the Constitution. Ambassador Grant Griffiths indicated that this constitutional provision aims to ensure that there is no vacuum in relation to the continuation of government in the event of Parliament being dissolved. She informed that while there is no written timeline regarding when these engagements occur, it is always as soon as possible after the elections, while emphasizing that the Prime Minister has the authority to indicate that information. Finally, tourism stakeholders says a collective approach is needed to strengthen Jamaica's tourism product in order to provide an opportunity for significant expansion of the industry. President of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, JHTA, Omar Robinson, says while tourism has suffered temporary fallout from the coronavirus pandemic, it remains one of Jamaica's most resilient sectors in driving economic growth and development. Robinson argued that it was time for Jamaicans to realize the importance of tourism and partner with stakeholders to surmount the current challenges in a bid to harness tourism's impressive potential to advance. Robinson pointed out that as a sector that has interlinkages, the tourism product was their gift to the world, as it was a combination of everything. For his part, chairman of the COVID-19 Resilient Corridors, John Ball, said while there are calls to diversify the economy, Jamaica still has a competitive advantage on the world stage in tourism. And that is it for the news. This newscast came to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, a key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. And Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 8:30 a.m. on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. On behalf of the news and production team, I am Tracy Spence. To have a good afternoon.